This is my job. This is what I get paid to do.
Excuse me.
And that's what I'm going to
You gotta
do.
stop this, please.
Why's that?
Yeah, I don't know how to get access to the building. We need to go in this
Oh,
way,
she's
please.
the assessor. She invited us inside here.
Okay,
This
I know.
is her office.
Please stop this.
No,
Turn it off, please.
we're gonna keep recording. Can you tell us who told you to kick us out of here?
This was did my job.
So recently we've been covering Tiffany Henyard and how she's been hiring and firing and basically restructuring the entire Thornton Township and the entire city of Dalton person by person. When you get to her mayor position, she has her little yes men. She has her police force, everybody in line. She's like a good dictator who knows where to put people and how to keep those people happy. Same thing in Thornton Township. She hires and she fires and she does things to get her way. So we're taking a break from her mayor position and we're moving on to her Thornton Township position. And it's a common thing. It's kind of a meme at this point. The assessor gets locked out of her office. She goes, gets to her little personal office. You've been working all these years. You have your nice little office. You don't have to worry about it. People have to come to your office, Put your key in and that shit is locked. She's an elected official. The supervisor can't do shit about her. The supervisor can't just come through and be like, fuck you, you're fired. This is an elected official. So the fact that she's doing this is crazy. Then you got security coming over here, chasing the news away, doing all this crazy shit. Like, this is really, somebody in the comments in my last video, they said Vladimir Henyard. And I was like, bro, for real, this is some dictatorship shit. But anyways, shout out the Lansing Journal because they did some coverage on this. First of all, they have some crisp ass video coverage out of everybody I've seen, including Fox and they have some nice ass recording software, whatever they're using. But we're going to go ahead and check out specifically what the assessor had to say and what Henyard had to say back about it in a meeting. Let's check this out.
Record straight so people understand what's going on.
No, that ain't straight.
From the horse's mouth and not from her or any bitter person or disgruntled employee. You're hearing it strictly from you.
So she's saying, so we're going to hear it from us, so you don't have to only hear it from her. Speaking about the assessor, she's just bitter. Now, keep in mind, if Henyard doesn't like you, she'll more than likely remove you. Or if you don't align with what she wants to do, she'll remove you. So in this case, it's her vindictive ass. She doesn't like the assessor for personal reason. But let's continue. It's an interesting day they have here. And I have to imagine her team is kind of just like scratching their head every time she opens her mouth.
That is what's going on here at the Township. Now, I'm going to let Keith elaborate a little more about what is going on so people can understand what's happening. And news, stop writing about me and y'all ain't got y'all facts. Y'all wrote that I removed her from office and I did no such thing. I did not lock her out of no office. I don't even have a dispute with that lady. So I wish people stop lying on my name.
There she is, right there. Cassandra. What's her last name? I need glasses, I swear. But Cassandra, shout her out, man. But I can already see what this is. She has no respect for her elders. She has no respect for anybody, especially somebody who may have equal power to her. That's definitely a problem. You know what I mean? She needs to have an edge above you. You know what I'm saying? God forbid you have a misunderstanding or a disagreement. God forbid. Get fired. Get locked out of your office.
And I hope y'all write that. That's for your record when you do write this article about me. Because you only come here for the mess. You guys do not come here for anything positive that has been done in this township, such as we got a whole surplus when there's always been a deficit here in the township. Y'all didn't write that, right? And then when y'all want to know the truth about the township, y'all come here, bring my line about the theft that's going on at the township before I became the supervisor. But y'all not writing about none of that stuff. So stop. Keith, you got the floor.
Good evening, everyone. So to set this record straight, Supervisor Henyard in no way removed the assessor from her office. The assessor has access to the assessor's office, which is located on this side of the building. She has a key fob that gets her in her office. Her office was relocated to an area so that we can take care of some business in her office area. She did not
Her
call.
office was relocated so we could take care of some business in her office area. Where we actually wrote that statement out, we looked down and we read that with his fucking love handles. You gotta stop going out for them steak dinners, Mr. Freeman. I'm seeing the handles. I could grab right onto them like a rope with some good grip. Like, what is going on here, bro? What kind of shit is that? We relocated her office for some business? Come on. And the assessor, you know what I mean? She kind of deals with some documents, some documents that maybe they need to shift around. You know, maybe, Henyard, she's a landlord. She used to be a landlord. She's a mayor. She's a supervisor. She does a lot of things. You know what I'm saying? She's the woman of many talents here. She's an influencer. She's a YouTuber, right? She's a podcast runner. She's a mayor. She's a supervisor. She's a landlord. Guys, strive to be like Tiffany, bro, because this woman is fucking superwoman. You know, with some tax issues and some check fraud and a little bit of locking people out of their offices to maybe, do some more fraud. You know what I'm saying? She does it all, guys. Come on now.
Call and ask us why she was being relocated. She did not call and ask us any information about that. There were no files left out. All of the files were locked up. Whoever took the files out, left them on the tables for the media and, whatever that interview was, that's completely false. And I will go even further to say this. It has been brought to my attention, and I informed the supervisor, that there is an office that has been set up as the assessor's office in Calumet City. And I informed the supervisor and I informed our attorneys. That is why this motion is being placed on the agenda. And it is up to the board to decide whether or not the assessor or any other officer of Thornton Township or any other body of government can operate outside of its normal facilities and or buildings. That is all I have, Supervisor, if you have any questions or any other board member.
Yes, thank you. I'll
I have a question.
It's the same too. Her and Freeman at Dalton, her and Freeman in the Thornton Township. It's just the same two morons walking Beavis and Butthead next to each other. What kind of fucking what kind of a report is that, really? That sounded like a text message jumbled up into a paragraph. Like, she should have called us. She should have called us when she was effectively locked out of her office. Why didn't she call us? You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, this is wild. Some of y'all call it the soap opera of the year. It really is. Like, this shit is a TV show, and I'm actually structuring it like that. We have different episodes, you know what I'm saying? Because this shit is outrageous, but real life. And then somebody said it's taken so long. If they haven't arrested her now, she's never getting arrested. Trust me, guys, the FBI has a history of taking fucking forever. They're doing something. The FBI has a history of taking a million years. You know what I'm saying? Something's going to happen eventually. If it's not jail time, it's going to be massive fines.
So you didn't receive any emails or calls from the assessor?
I didn't receive anything from the assessor questioning whether or not.
Any call? What
No,
would you say the past 2 weeks?
No, I hadn't received. I haven't spoken
No
to.
call, no emails?
I have not spoken to the assessor at all.
Well, that's not what I'm asking. Did you receive any emails or
Okay,
calls?
he answered the question. We're not
No,
gonna
not
go
the
there.
specific
We're not.
question. No,
You're done. Thank you.
No, I
Very well,
still have questions.
You can ask. Go
Okay,
ahead.
well,
But
he's not gonna answer them then? Okay,
He
so.
answered it.
Did
You're
you
not gonna go
receive
back
any
and
calls or
forth.
emails?
I have not. I have
So,
not.
the assessor's office was
Damn.
moved from the previous office to a different office.
So are you admitting she has office? Because I
And
was,
Gonzalez is not the guy. I'm not, you guys vote your own way. But he's not the guy. He's not the fucking guy, bro. He doesn't know how to let his nuts hang. Let's put it like that. You don't have to be that way. You could be the sly guy. You could be the almost more manipulative guy like House is. You could be the more calculated person, or you could be the bulldog. Gonzalez is neither one of those. Unfortunately, he'll see a problem, but he won't know exactly how to tackle that problem. So he comes off as just the guy who complains, and honestly, kind of just, I don't want to say anything mean, but he doesn't get anything effectively done. He's like the mosquito in Henyard's ear, and all she does is kind of just swat him to the side and move on. Someone like House, on the other hand, has a plan. You know what I mean? I feel like he's more calculated. He better get his shit together and start campaigning soon. But, you know, I know Gonzalez wants position. I know House wants position. And I know Steve's, or she calls him Steve's. I know Edward Steve wants the position. Out of those three, I think House is the best fit. But we'll see. You know, you never know.
I want to know what's this little pony show for. So you admitted she has office, right? Trust me.
I'm asking a question.
No, you're asking the question.
Yes,
So
I'm asking a question.
was it moved to another office? Since you got all the answers, was it moved
I
to
don't
another
know, that's why I'm asking a question.
You should know. You're trustee. So
Well,
you don't
exactly,
know.
but
You
there's
don't
no
know where the
communication.
office
There is no
She has the
communication.
office. That's my
In this
answer.
building.
She has the office.
But it's not the previous office.
She has the office.
But it's not the previous one.
I
that
just
she had.
answered. What's your next question, sir?
It's not the previous one. that
What's
she
your
had.
next question?
That's my question.
I just answered.
No, you didn't.
Anything else?
No, yes. It's not the previous office.
Okay,
Is that
I'm
correct or
done
not?
with it.
No, answer the questions.
I just
You
did.
have-
Anything
No,
else? Point of order. Point of order.
You did
Any
not
other
answer
questions
the
from
question.
anybody else?
You're not answering the question.
Just did.
No, you didn't.
Any other
And
questions?
so is this based on any sort of law saying that an assessor can't? I mean, any assessor within the state.
See, he's not shining the light on why she was moved in the first place. Who gives a fuck about if there's a law or who gives a fuck about that? The point is, why was she moved so abruptly? What are you doing? He's not like, you know what I'm saying? He's first of all telling her statements half the time. He's not doing anything, bro. Like there's no form of plan, which is why I don't really fuck with him. God bless his heart, but no to Gonzalez, in my opinion.
Will have, say, like a program, a satellite outside of the building. I mean, is there any sort of back state kind of law that you have basing this on, or?
She cannot remove herself from this building.
Say it so.
She hasn't. The office
has.
itself is still operational.
I just explained it to you.
No, that's.
So it is operation. I thank you for answering that to the media. So the media, they said it was locked out, so they're still there. Thank you.
No, the
Appreciate it.
assessor was locked out.
The assessor was not locked out. That's not true.
Yes, it is.
So you know the answer. Which one is it?
That
No
I
answer.
know.
You asked
That
me.
I know.
How do you know that if you just said you don't know? You ain't been in there. Which one is it, trustee?
What you said?
You just said you haven't been in there, but now you're saying that you know.
I never said I haven't been in there.
You did.
No, I didn't. I did not say I haven't been in there.
Okay, but
These are two fucking children arguing. Lord have mercy. Like, we gotta like idiot test some people, bro. Like, what the fuck are they? What is happening, dog? And I don't know, maybe the older I get, the more stupid politics seem to me. But it's like, what the fuck? I didn't say that. Yes, you did say that. I didn't say that. Yes, you did. But yes, I did. But no, you didn't. But yes, you did. Like, what the fuck are we doing? There's gotta be bring somebody in here to shut the two of them up. There's got to be some type of order. This place is a shit show. And the fact that there's no fallback, somebody in the UK had commented, there's got to be a way to vote her out of supervisor. There's got to be a way to vote her out of mayor. Like, what the fuck? How is she still the mayor? FBI aside, investigation aside, isn't there a way to say we don't want this fucking person no more? Maybe I don't know. Maybe not, but shit.
you're not gonna do the back and forth. I understand you need some
You can't answer the
points for the
questions.
news. I just answered all your questions.
In order
For the
for
record,
there to
she
be back
has
and
not
forth,
been
there has to
locked
be
out
an
of her
answer to a
office.
question.
She needs to come back here to this building. This is her office here in the township at the 333 East 162nd Street. So that's what she needs to come and do her job that she got elected to do, period. Ain't no go back to Calumet City. She cannot do that. So this is why this
Based on what?
I have a question. Is
No,
Calumet
no,
City part of Thornton
We're out of
Township?
order. Right now, this is discussion among the board. So
So, I
now,
mean, is that based on can I have the attorney's opinion on it?
she cannot do it. Sure, the attorney can weigh in.
What's the attorney's opinion?
That she has to ask the supervisor.
Sure, and thank you for your question. I have not done a complete comprehensive legal review of this matter, but the corporate authorities of the township are the only individuals that have the power to...
Another thing that somebody had pointed out, you guys are some geniuses. When they're in the mayor's regular meeting and Henyard's talking and she doesn't know what to say and she needs legal representation, and sometimes, I pointed it out, You can tell when she's reading. Everybody has their tone of voice when they're reading, but you can really tell when Tiffany's reading because she kind of has this, Anyways, she's reading, right? Someone noticed that the lawyer's in the corner typing shit while she's kind of looking down and reading and like reacting when he's typing. Bro, he's over here hand through the ass. Another one, you know what I'm saying? Hand up the asshole, talking through her to make sure she doesn't fuck up that bad. Bro, that's why she has a lawyer every single time. And now what happened? They don't have laptops. They don't have computers this time. So what happens? He has to go and speak for her because she can't just copy and paste it and make it seem like she knows something. Now, okay, you know what? Let my lawyer explain it to you real quick. Let my lawyer explain it to you real quick. Ratchet ass.
Lease or own or purchase real or personal property. And that's just by statute through the Township Code, paragraph C of section 85-10. And it's not for, any such action has to be done by the Township Board, whether to lease property, for instance, at an auxiliary or separate type of office or location. The other second issue is the importance of any records that are used or created or retained by the assessor are official Thornton Township records that need to be housed at an official Thornton facility, such as this office. So those are the two main reasons why the assessor would be limited as far as the need to operate out of township facilities, which is this location.
But in this instance, is that the official case that there is space being leased?
Well, that's just my understanding. But regardless, again, there's the location is at the township and not at some other auxiliary location where authority doesn't exist. And that's just the extent of the facts that I currently have.
All right, any other questions? All right, thank you.
Legally, she cannot operate out of the township.
Yeah, based on my prior statement, that's correct.
And so based on this motion, I mean, so what it's kind of asking two things though. I mean, are you asking to declare it absent or requesting that she come back?
She has not been here, so we're telling her this is her office. She did not set up another office, we just made all these statements. So that's what the motion is for. So you're going back and forth, well, you gotta vote no, so why are we going back and forth?
She's not making her office.
She has not been in her office. She's supposed to be here at this location, where she has office at, and access to.
Where is that office?
Right behind us. Right behind us, not New Park. Her office is where it always has been, it's right here. But she will know that
No,
if she
where in the
comes.
building? It's the same.
You know where
it's the same.
Retaliation, bro. And then these two children go back and forth. Honestly, he is not the guy to go against her. I've said what I had to say about Gonzalez. You guys let me know what you think about Gonzalez. Am I overreacting? Am I an asshole for saying that about him? Or am I spot on? Let me know tell me because I think shit, brother. This is as far as you go. Like, unless you everyone can boss themselves up, but unless you take some self, like, reformation journey to where you drop some balls and you actually are able to punch through a point and not get lost in the smiling and the but that's wrong. Like, no, I actually have some facts and some vigor with it. I don't know. I don't know. He just doesn't seem like the guy for the job. Definitely not the guy to win against Henyard. But let's move on to the Lansing Journal and what they had to say, their coverage on the assessor, and specifically what the assessor had to say to the rest of the world, how she felt, how she found things, et cetera, et cetera. Let's check this out.
Most of Lansing is in Thornton Township, and yesterday we received word that some unusual things were going on here at the Thornton Township headquarters.
Right.
Thornton Township Assessor Cassandra Elston was locked out of her office.
Locked out of her own office. The assessor's office is obviously a very important office dealing with taxes and property taxes and things, and a lot of residents rely on that office to save them a lot of money on taxes, and so the assessor herself being locked out of her office is obviously a huge deal. Some big media was here. Fox 32 was here yesterday, helped spread that word. We're grateful to them for doing that, and we're here to talk to Cassandra Elston herself.
Yeah, we hope you watch this video because it's important for people to be involved with their local government.
Yeah.
Otherwise, things like this happen.
Right.
And if we aren't there to hold our own elected officials accountable and know what's going on in our town, good or bad things can happen.
Right.
So please watch this video and stay tuned about developments in Thornton Township.
You can do anything you want to pretty much say or do to me, it's okay. But when you come between me and the taxpayers and the job that they voted me in to do, I have a problem with that.
So what we know what happened yesterday, according to the Fox 32 report and talking with Cassandra Elston, is that when she arrived at her office yesterday, her specific office was locked.
And you know they're sneaking in here or trying to hurry do it because security is going to kick you out immediately. And how do they have the capability of doing that? How is this illegal? I don't know. But they're going to kick you out if they see you recording it. It's a crazy place. Everything about 2024 is just wild to me, bro. Ever since 2020, shit's just been crazy. Shit. Ever since COVID, things have just been kind of, you know what I mean? Things have just been kind of off.
Still can't get in. So my office door is still locked.
And that Commons table in the area is not the place for all of those filled out forms.
We have confidential, sensitive papers that were in a common area. Those are applications where the taxpayers have come in to file for their exemptions. So on these applications, you have a taxpayer's name, address, telephone number. Depending on which form it is, it could have their social security number on it. It has their household income on it. It has their ID attached to it, and those are exposed. And anyone could go past there.
She has my personal information. Like I say, even though I do not live in Thornton Township, I'm in the whatever, she has my information.
Right.
Okay.
And that concerns you, what you've heard about the
Yes, it does. Yes, it does.
It sounded like those documents normally are in her office.
Right.
They were cleared out of her office and put on that table. And she also mentioned that yesterday there was a larger pile of documents.
That's right.
And that's what Henyard's saying when she said, oh, they put those documents out for the news to see it. That's not true. We locked it away in her new office. Which, honestly, I'm going to go on a limb and say that's fucking bullshit. Because you can't believe a word Henyard says. She's been proven to be a liar on many occasions. So it's kind of like, yeah, you could say that, but I'm going to take it with a boulder of salt, you know? Like, honestly.
And this morning, some of those documents were gone.
Did anyone move any of this?
We didn't touch anything.
Okay, so this was moved yesterday. There were stacks here, so someone's gone through it. I tried to look for some paperwork that I need to do. I can't find that. I can't find certain files. So I called the Cook County Assessor yesterday to let him know what was going on because there's a deadline. And if these applications aren't in, then the taxpayers will not get those exemptions deducted off of the bill. So if you have a veteran that's 70 to 100% exempt, he's going to get a full tax bill if that exemption is not in the system by the time the Treasury calculates those bills. Right now, I just need to be able to sit down and do my work and help these taxpayers get these exemptions in, hopefully before the deadline, so they won't get these bills with these large numbers and just want to pass out. You know?
That information was entrusted to the assessor, and now she does not have control of it anymore. So that is very concerning, and that's why these people are here. That's why we have residents here who are expressing their concern, but other elected officials are concerned as well.
That's right.
And we don't know where it's all going to lead, but we're going to do our best to follow the story.
That's right.
Tiffany Henyard is not your boss. The assessor does not report to the supervisor. You both are elected officials. Obviously it's inconvenient to be locked out of your office.
Yes, it is.
Is it illegal?
From what I understand, talking to the attorney, yes, it is.
I am here today because I heard what was going on with the assessor, and I think that's deplorable.
I'm here in support of the assessor for the township, who's been removed from her office. So I just came for support.
Cassandra has been here for us during her working hours and when she's not working. You can always call this woman anytime, and she is right there. I want some answers as to what's going on.
So in trying to understand what prompted this, so last week the supervisor promoted an event in Hazelcrest, in East Hazelcrest, and there was a promotional flyer for it, and your name was left off of it, as well as Trustee Gonzalez, who has also sort of gently pushed back and spoken up and asked a few questions. And those, your names were conspicuously absent. Was there anything recent that prompted this action, do you think?
No, there was conversation some time ago where I had a meeting, tax meeting in Dalton, which is her town. And I guess she wasn't too happy about it because she didn't know about it, found out about it through the trustees. And then, you know, there's a problem. I ran for school board.
Oh, that's right, that's right.
So that was another issue. And
How is this not a fireable offense? This is straight up public retaliation. She had issues with her, not even because it was an official run-in. She had a meeting without her finding out, dictatorship vibes. Oh, so I'm just going to lock you out of your fucking office. And then she runs for school board. And there's another video I'm going to make about Tiffany and her relationship with the school board, which is quite interesting as well. I can imagine wherever her daughter goes and Henyard is attached to, they're like, fuck, here comes Henyard again. She's probably a nightmare to deal with as a parent. Guarantee that. I said probably just now, but I actually guarantee it. But how is this not, how is this not something where a fireable offense, a removable offense, something? I mean, it's obvious that this is retaliation. This is all she does. This is her trademark, is retaliation. Who hurt her? Like, seriously.
Thank you to the taxpayers, District 149.
So this meeting was last year.
Yes.
So why this now? Does it have to do with the school board issue, or?
I think it might be a carryover.
Okay.
I could be wrong, but that's the only thing that has happened since then.
Would you say it's a grudge?
Possibly so.
Possibly?
You put me out of the office. I can set up shop on the street. At home, I am still going to reach these taxpayers. I have a file. I know how to reach them. If I have to invest my own money into robocalls and text messages to reach these taxpayers and have meetings, I will do that.
And let's stand up against this mayor/supervisor because what she's doing is totally unorthodox.
She's not approachable. We cannot continue to let one person destroy us. As the village clerk, I've had similar situations happen to me. I cannot even get in Village Hall. I don't have access to that building. My office locks have been changed a number of times, and that's why I was compelled to show up here today to show my support to her, because my situation was somewhat similar to hers.
These are government buildings. This woman does not own these buildings. The taxpayers pay for them, and all of the other elected officials are sitting back and watching her do this. It's like watching a child have a tantrum. I hope.
Yeah, that was Clerk Key earlier too. But you see the issues. You see what's going on. This is a dictatorship. Something's got to happen. And that's why to all those who are saying like, oh, nothing's ever going to happen. She's just going to stay in power, blah, blah. I highly doubt that. Remember, I'm not the only person looking at this. Like, the FBI covered these videos weeks ago, I'm sure. Now they're going into documents. Now they're going into tax files. Now they're going, you know what I mean? It's a lot of information to come together with. So, you know, I still think she's going to get arrested. At the very least, she gets amazingly high fines. She could never run and do politics in the city again, and, you know, things of that nature. But we'll see what happens. But yeah, locking your people out. Again, the home team. This is supposed to be the home team. You know what I'm saying? This is not the opposition. This is the home team. Nah, fuck y'all. That's how Henyard's operating. But anyways, people, I love you guys. I'm going to see you next week. I'm going to see you soon. Until the next one, stay inside, stay safe. Love y'all. I'm out of here.